Who has ever been to a temple for a retreat? Raise hands. Okay. Yes. Like a temple, few days practicing meditation. Okay? Wow. Okay. This is an amazing experience. And some of them, they don't let you bring your cell phone. Yeah. Well, you can bring it, but they will keep it. They will take it from you, right? So you don't know the time. But usually, depending on the temple, you have to wake up early. Depends on the temple. The first practice is 6 in the morning, which for me is very early. Even 10 in the morning is very early, but they don't do at 10. Usually 6 in the morning and without coffee, which makes no sense. But it's okay. Some of them, 3:30 in the morning. So yes. I spent time in a temple where we wake up 3:30 and the last practice was 10 p.m. Yeah, it's not like, okay, 6 you go sleep. No. So, and we sleep on the floor all together. If you expect a bed, just if you spend like more than 2 months, maybe you might have a bed. Might. And you have to talk to the bishop of the temple, and he will give the bed or not, depending on how bad you need it. If you don't really need it, he won't give it to you. So it was 3:30. And how do we know it was 3:30? We don't know, right? We just want to sleep 3:30. This is like that, you know. They start touching the bell. And the first day you think it would be gentle, right? Like 1 bell, then another one. Everybody wakes up and start meditating, right? No. I think the guy who plays the bell is angry with someone because like until you almost die, you know, like, wow, okay. I wake up. Why? I will go meditate wherever you want. Yes, this is temple life. But, and then, let me tell you about this temple. This temple was special because it's not a retreat temple. This is not for you to have a retreat and come back and be very grateful or not. The goal of this temple is for you to become a monk. So they don't accept people that want to practice meditation. They just accept people that want to become a monk. And I want to become a monk, so I went there. The first rule is if you spend 1 month, you have to get your hair shaved, totally shaved. But it's okay. Well, for me, yeah. For some people, no, I understand because long hair, right? But for me, you just get shaved. But they shave your eyebrows. And nobody looks good. I think it's just for you to get rid of any temptation, you know, like life, you know, everybody's so ugly, so you just okay. Okay, whatever, I meditate, and it's okay. So we wake up 3:30, which it was torture for me. And I had to sleep on the floor, people snoring, which shouldn't happen. That God made things that they shouldn't happen, you know. Snoring is one of them. If you sleep with 15 people and just one snores, I won't sleep. So I almost go to the abbot and say, please give me a room. I don't want a bed. Just give me a place where I can sleep alone because someone is snoring and I cannot sleep. But I didn't. Because after 2-3 days without sleeping, you end up sleeping. It doesn't matter if someone is snoring. But that was not the worst. The worst was at 3:30, it was a bless if we can meditate. Because when you meditate, you can kind of sleep, right? You're like... And after a few years of practice, you did very well. Like you can ground yourself and just sleep. Sometimes, and you wake up, you look, nobody noticed, and you keep on going. So they know, and the first thing was karma yoga, which is cleaning bathrooms in a temple. I don't recommend it to anyone. They are not clean at all. Cleaning everything. We spend like 2 hours cleaning. If it's something that I really don't like in my life, is cleaning. I think it's a waste of time because it will get dirty again. In no time. You spend like 2 hours sweeping, and then tomorrow you have to sweep again. I don't like it. I like things that long effects, At least you have to do it like 2 months after, not every day. So I hate sweeping the floor. I always hate sweeping the floor. My mom released me from that dirty because I was really against it. So she gave me another dirties at home, like all shared with my sisters, yeah. But okay, you don't have to sweep the floor. So, as I was already there, with all of these difficulties, I raised my hand. I want to sweep the floor. 3:30. If I can do that, I can do anything in life. So I spent like a month sweeping the floor for 2 hours every day. And now I love it. Because I didn't understand it, but it's beautiful because it's a meditation. You can do it as a meditation. It doesn't matter what you do in life. What really matters is how you do it. So I started understanding that the goal of sweeping the floor was not to get clean. It was to enjoy it somehow. And to enjoy it, I had to get a distance between my feelings and myself and the act of sweeping the floor. So I start meditating and observing myself sweeping the floor as we were doing with our bodies before, right? We were observing the body and our mind. So I start observing my body sweeping the floor and my emotions, really bad emotions in the beginning, cursing every minute of it. And I just start observing. I didn't get identified with it. I was just observing myself. And suddenly, by magic, one day I was very, very happy about sweeping the floor. Because it was not about sweeping anymore. It was about observing something that it was happening. So, if you want, I can give you the address, but you'll get shaved. All of you. But you can do like run away one day before the mount arrives, yeah? And they won't shave you. You can do that. And there are men and women in this temple. Some temples, they just accept men because they think if you mix men and women, there is much distraction of it, right? But they don't know. Modern world. Now, you don't have to... Yeah, just stick on men and women, right? But nowadays, you can get distracted with everything. isn't it? So instead of not letting a gender come inside, why not just don't get distracted? It's easy. And if it's not easy, it will get very easy when you get shaped. Because in the beginning, sometimes, yes, arrived a beautiful girl, So you look, as you look at flower, I mean, it's not you don't be amazed by the beauty of life. Of course, life is beautiful. Flowers, the roses in Beijing. I never saw that many roses in my life in a city. And different colors, So beautiful. So we are beautiful too, right? Not as beautiful as the roses sometimes, maybe, but we are beautiful. So when the beauty comes, I think we should embrace it and be amazed by the beauty. But you can just be amazed by the beauty without wanting to get it from you, isn't it? I saw people cutting the roses. Yeah, how I was about, thanks yoga arrived in my life, because it was not for yoga. I would talk with and try to make them understand why they are cutting the roses, because I don't get it. Why someone will cut a rose? You want to get the beauty for yourself? This is what you want? I don't think it's fair. I think observing it, you get the deep sense of love and union, just observing it. So I think the human is the same.